Okay, today I'm going to change the rear shocks on my SUV, my large SUV. I have a 2000 Cadillac Escalade, but I'm pretty sure for a lot of your trucks and SUVs the process is the same. So what I did, I went online and I ordered my KYB gas adjust monotube shocks from a company called Rock Auto. Pretty sure you've heard of those. I mean, you've heard of that company, a lot of commercials. So they sent both shocks in this one box. It took roughly 2 days. So let me go ahead and open it and see what's in here. Show you what you get. First box. Second box. Okay, like I said, KYB gas adjust monotube. Alright. This is pretty much all you get. You get your shock, and it has this little plastic belt, so to speak. Don't cut this off. I'll show you why later. And then you just get some installation instructions. Again, this is the KYB gas adjust. I ordered this, like I said, through Rock Auto, and with shipping, it came to $92 to $95 with shipping. At AutoZone, the same shock was $72 to $75. So that's why I used Rock Auto. Alright, let me show you how you install these now. Okay, right now you can see how the back is dipping a little bit, and I'm going to measure it before I change my shocks and then after I change my shocks. Let's see. I'm going to measure from the ground to the bottom of the fender there. Okay, I'm just going to measure from the ground up, dead center. It is 34.5 inches. Let's see what it is when I get done. You get up there, go ahead and put your parking brake on. As you can see, that is plenty room to access your shocks. And there's the first shock, and there's the second shock. It's just facing forward. You probably can't see it. I'll show you later. But let me put the tarp down and get to doing it. Okay, this is pretty much all you need. I have my breaker bar, my 1/2-inch ratchet, a 13/16 wrench, my extension, well, 2 extensions, and a 13/16 socket. I put the tarp down just so I don't get dirty. Now, here's your shock. Here's the rear shock. You have the bolt on one side and then the nut on the other. And then at the top, you just follow your shock up, and you'll see at the top, you have a screw on either side. You have a screw on either side, and that's a 13mm. So you simply just back those off, take the bottom off, and it all comes down. I'll show you that in a second. Okay, as you see, I just took my wrench and I positioned it between the sway bar and the nut just so I could film this. And as I turn, it will go ahead and backs the nut on up. So I'll do that and then show you the top part. Okay, after you get that nut off, just take your hammer, tap out your bolt, and remember, the washer goes on the nut side. Simply pull that out. Simply pull that out, and as you see, the shock is lowering, and look how much lower the shock is coming. Well, as I said, it doesn't lower. Okay, look at how much lower the shock is coming. So that's why you don't want to cut that plastic off, because look at how much you would have to push the shock up to line it up, which is not a problem if you do. Just get a jack and just jack it up right there. Okay, so the next step is we're going to take the extension, and I'm going to cheat. I'm going to put the extension on my impact driver. Okay, the next step, 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, now that we have the bottom bolt off, next step is to get those top two. I'm going to use my extension on my impact driver again, 13 millimeter. Put your glasses on, put some goggles on or something, because there's always dirt or dust up there. There's a better view of the two bolts, one on either side, no biggie. Go ahead and pull them on out. Alright, like I said, extension, pull them on out. Okay, now that I have the shock out, which is a Rancho 9000, which was a very good shock. The reason I went with the KYB gas adjust is I have the KYB Monomax in the front, which is also a monotube, just like this gas adjust is a monotube. Kind of like the ride, and the shocks are half the price, so that's the why. But as you see, very similar design as far as hooking it up. Straightforward. Put the screws in and go. Put the bolts in. Go ahead and tighten them up, and you see how long the shock is going to expand. So right now I'm going to put the shock in at the top, and then the only difference in the shocks on the Rancho, it's a hole that you have to slide the screw in, and on the KYB it's a little slot. I actually like this slot a lot better, because you just take your bolt and you screw it into the frame, and then you can just slide your shock, lining it up perfect, opposed to pushing it in here and then trying to line it up. So just a little tip. Put this in first, just do one, slide it in, the other side will line up perfect. As you can see, I still have the little plastic belt around it, and it lines up. It was almost perfect. I just had to push up about a ½ inch, and then I just slid the bolt on through. So that's why you don't want to cut that off, because if I would have cut it, it would have slid down, this far, which is not that big of a deal. You just get a jack and jack it up, but it's so easy to just cut it off right now, which I do. As soon as you cut it off, you just pull it on over, and that's that. So that's pretty much all you do. I'm going to do the other side, but as far as installation of a strut, a shock on the back, there it is at the top. As far as the installation goes, that's pretty much it. So I'll go ahead and put the other one on, drive the car off the ramps, and then measure to see if it lifted it any. Okay, all you're left with is to tighten the bottom nut, tighten it down to specs. My book said 59, That's 59 torque. I'll torque the other one, then I'm done. Here are my old Rancho shocks. You can see it's pretty hard pushing them down, but their rebound is very slow. Now, this isn't a knock on these Rancho 9000 XLs. These were excellent shocks. I just got a better deal on the KYBs. They do rebound, they just rebound real slow. That's why the back of my truck was sagging. But we're gonna measure that. See you in a second. Again, I'm measuring to see if the height changed, dead center, same side. It was 34 and a half, and now it is 34 and 15/16. So it did raise it. I don't know if you can see, but I can see a little different. There it is. Okay, and so that is how you install shocks on the rear of an SUV or a truck, a late model SUV or a late model truck. Some of the newer trucks and SUVs, they use struts. Again, I used KYB gas adjust. As always, I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching, and you guys have a nice day. Oh, if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. I'll answer them as soon as possible. All right, enjoy.